Back with Bobby and JJ Radio. We're speaking with the great Embajador of the Year, Bradley Stroud, Ambassador of the Year with the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. Gentleman runs a PEO service called StroudLink. That's STROUD Link. And you can check out his business at StroudLink.com. We're talking about what's the difference between a payroll and a PEO service. If you've missed any of that, awesome interview. You don't have to cry. You go to BobbyandJJRadio.com. You'll be a fan of our show on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We will be on SoundCloud on Monday, and you can stream this. And if you want to see these good-looking, dapper gentlemen, we'll have our YouTube links out in about a week. I want to jump right back into it, Bradley. What are the advantages of having a PEO as a company?
We shared, obviously, the shared responsibilities that the client company can get relief from a lot of their liabilities.
Sure.
But there's significant advantages, like, for example, workers' comp. Most business owners that have workers' comp know they normally have a upfront deposit that they have to pay every year, usually 15 to 25%, and then they have to go through an annual audit every year. All that goes away with the PEO. There's no more upfront deposits. There's no more annual audits. And with the PEO, we get huge discounts. Normally, before I even look at a prospective client's premiums, I'm going to save him 30 to 40% right off the top.
Wow.
Many times it's 50 to 60%. I have an oil company that I just saved him $120,000 a year just on his workers' comp alone.
Wow.
By bringing him on to a PEO. For most business owners, that's a significant savings that they can use for other areas of their business. So workers' comp is a huge area, which is really what caused the growth explosion in our business. And you had mentioned I'm a PEO. I'm a PEO broker.
Gotcha.
There's a huge difference. I have access to about 100 PEOs all across the nation. Small PEOs that are the small PEOs here locally in our region, then PEOs that can only do a certain state like Texas. Then I have national PEOs that are in all 50 states that can help businesses with multiple locations.
And it's a Goldilocks type of thing where you're going to really kind of figure out which bet is the best for each individual
That's
business.
what I do, yeah. That's the whole reason why I started StroudLink. I worked for several different PEO corporations and realized they all have their certain niches in business, and I thought, well, why don't I represent what I think are the top PEOs, and then I can sit on the side of the business owner and help them find the right fit for what they need.
Right.
And also help them stray away. We've got a lot of PEOs that are very, very expensive, like your ADB Total Sources of the world and Insperities of the world. They're extremely high dollar.
What makes them expensive?
Just their pricing components that they use. That's a big
the money
deal.
that they make.
Yeah, the thing they charge at the end of the payroll. But we've got PEOs now, they can do the exact same things for a fraction of the cost. And that's huge. And that was the advantage of starting StroudLink. There's not very many people that do what I do, and it's a huge advantage to use a broker who can help lower their costs and know where those pricing points are to keep those costs down to look after the client.
Sure.
So, what are the responsibilities of a PEO company?
There are 4 core services that every PEO does. It's the payroll, it's the workers' comp, it's the benefits, and in the benefits it means it includes their major medical, their ancillaries, vision, dental, voluntary, long-term disability, all those kinds of things, 401ks, all that stuff, everything that has to do with the service of the employees in that benefit package a PEO can provide, or we can carve it out. If someone's happy with that portion, we can carve that out and service all the others. So there's payroll, workers' comp, benefits, and then the HR component. Those are the 4 core services, but that every good PEO has. But there are a lot of bells and whistles that a lot of PEOs either have or don't have, and that's kind of where my work comes in, is to find out what the client really needs. A lot of clients don't need a lot of bells and whistles, and then there's a lot of clients that need a lot of TLC, high touch, for their employees. Mm-hmm. So my job is to really do a discovery time with their client and find out what it is that they need and bring to the table those services.
So where do you feel that the business owners here in San Antonio are lacking the most? Is it HR?
HR, Wes mentioned it earlier that San Antonio is a little bit behind the times.
Oh, yeah.
And we have an old saying, even with my agents that work with me and stuff, that in Dallas and Houston, you do business and you may build a relationship. In San Antonio, you build a relationship and you may do business. It's a lot longer process because so many things that they're used to old school.
Yeah.
And to get them into the new technology and to help them to be competitive for upcoming contracts, whether that be governmental contracts, which are really important, that a good PEO can help someone with, is really important in helping them, especially in San Antonio. But we're nationwide, and we can even do international services as well.
That's awesome. So the 4 components again are HR, benefits,
right?
Payroll. What was the last one?
Workers' comp.
Workers' comp. And so in the workers' comp arena, like there's a lot of construction companies here.
Right.
They may be in need more than anyone, right? When we're talking about like AC people, roofers, construction workers.
Oil companies, those kinds of, absolutely. Especially with the oil market as it is, businesses are looking for a way to cut cost, and using a PEO is not going to add on to their costs. It's going to save them. They'll be shocked at the kind of savings that they're going to be able to enjoy.
So you sit down with that type of client and you say, like, this is what you're paying now without me, and this is what you're saving with me.
Exactly. To give you an example, I got one of the greatest compliments I've ever had in the state of Texas last year, bringing on a new client that was in the oil business. And when we did that very thing, we did the analysis to show, here's what your current costs are in-house as you're doing it. Here's what it would be with this particular PEO. And that particular time, I was saving him about $120,000 a year. And he said, I am more excited about this than buying my F-150. Now, in Texas, you can't get a better compliment than that.
Yeah.
So I knew we were right on target then when we got
you probably pay for that F-150. So that's probably why he was so excited.
Yeah.
He's going to buy 5 instead of 1.
Yeah, there you go.
So if anyone is a business owner, especially in any kind of these industries that we spoke of, or even if not, you need to contact Bradley Stroud at StroudLink. That's STRUDLINK, StroudLink.com. Or you can contact his direct business at 210-887-2148. Again, that's 887-2148. I want to thank you both, gentlemen, for hanging out with us.
Thanks for letting us join you. It's cool to hang with cool guys.
I know.
Thank you guys.
It makes me feel young again.
Yeah. You're young.
Yeah, you guys have
this
been
guy's
made.
a vampire, but you're still young.
Being here is cool, man. I'd love to be here. Run a business like this would be fantastic. A lot of fun.
We're here every Wednesday, so let us know. If you missed any of this awesome show, you go to BobbyandJJRadio.com. Be a fan of our show. If not, we'll see you next Sunday. We're going to be on SoundCloud on Monday, and we will be on YouTube in about a week. We'll see you next week.
Bye.